Is that the triple R? Is that R cubed? Rusty Russ? Wagwan, brethren. And TTV Joe 22. What's up, man? Oh, I see you using the emo. I see you. I see you. Using the moats. All right. Here, let me do the briefing. How y'all doing today? Nice chillaxing Saturday. Got some repairs to do. Alright, we got some ones that have been on the list for a while. We have some expedited services that people decided to pay more for. And then we have a warranty repair that we need to get done. Fortunately, I'm going to investigate what happened, but it's an Xbox Series X that I replaced the HDMI port on. Nah, you're good, Russ. That I replaced the HDMI port on, but it broke again. So I'm curious to see if I can learn anything from that. And because it was within the 45-day period, I just honored it. Like, I don't really mind. Even without, like, looking into it for now. I don't know if I would do that all the time going forward, but I just wanted to check into it. Dang, Russ, you missed that last stream. It was good. I was giving everybody the tea on, like, Southeast Game Exchange 2025. Also, I may need to step away at some point to go answer the door. I have a customer coming, that expedited service. So just to get things started, I figured we start with something light. But we have a PS5 controller that I've had in the queue for a while. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the left analog stick was chewed by a pet dog. So we're gonna get that replaced. It seems to be just the thumbstick and some cosmetic damage. Russ like, I know, porque no. But yeah, so that one I'm gonna knock out real quick. I did test it with the gamepad tester. In fact, I'll do it again on stream so you guys can see. I couldn't detect anything wrong with the controller besides the cosmetic damage and the analog stick. So let's go through that again while everybody's here. While we're warming up for this beautiful Saturday live stream. I share my screen. Hopefully I can hear when the doorbell rings. Here, I get notified on my phone too, so I'll just put it where I can see it. Alright, so here's this PS5 controller I have. No drift, no signs of drift, which is really good. Let's see, X, circle, square, triangle, LB, RB, or L1, R1 triggers. We have select, start, the clickies. Oh wait, that was a little drifty boy. I didn't do that. It like spiked to the left. Wonder if I can get it to do it again. The left stick did that. Now it's acting fine. That was weird. Let me see if I can induce that leftward spike. No, so far so good. Okay. These look good. Up, down, left, right, and then touchpad and PlayStation button. So far everything looks good. We're gonna go ahead and go to the overhead cam and see what we can continue onward with. Oh yeah, forgot to make an IG post. I gotta get good about that. I want to get better about like taking pictures. I've been kind of slacking on that front, so I want to improve because my Instagram is my most popular platform, so I want to like do a better job of taking pics. And then a post about going live too. Well, how y'all doing today? Russ and TTV Joe 22, how y'all doing? Let me know, let me know. Let me tuck the necklace. Beacon is lit. I'm doing good, man. I actually have to work today, but it's all good. Getting some OT. Hey, man. In this economy, I don't blame you, bro. In this economy, I don't blame you. I feel like if you're not doing OT or have a side hustle or something, I don't know how people are making it, to be honest. This economy's bugging. Second, I'm just gonna notify people. Spend too much time on this thing. But yeah, so far for a Saturday, it's been pretty good. Went out to go get breakfast. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Don't know. Like, what's your guys' favorite breakfast food? Like, what's your like go-to breakfast? Trying to think of a song to use. Excuse me, man. I'm a simple guy. Making eggs for me. Bacon and eggs for me. Or I guess bacon and eggs. I'm thinking autocorrect took over. Yeah, me, crazy enough, I'm not a real big bacon guy. I'm more of like a sausage. That's my thing. Pause. But yeah, like sausage patties, links, whatever. Just that breakfast sausage taste. I'm a sucker for it. Not gonna lie. Alright. Let's do it. Alright, let's focus on this controller, knock it out before we have that expedited order arrive. This is my second most common repair, is PS5 stick drift repair in particular, which makes sense. The PS5 sold like 5 to 1, but this one is not stick drift. But because of all the stick drift repairs, I get to work on these controllers pretty often. Pet doggy got a hold of that analog stick, really put in some work on that thing. Thankfully, no screws and strips. Classic. Like, I do appreciate the design of the PS5 controller more so than the Xbox. I feel like it's easier to work on, it's more straightforward in my opinion. So that does help. Hey Player One, how you doing, man? Hey, I listened to you. I went to Video Game Cavern. Really good store. Really good store. You were not joking. They have quite the selection. And I like the way it's set up in there. How you doing on this Saturday, Player One? Hope your weekend's nice and relaxing, chillaxing. Oh yeah, love UGC. Oh yeah, they're up there. They're top tier. It was nice to meet Pac-Man Case. He works for VGC, but he's also a YouTuber, so that was really cool. He's a very cool dude. I'm hoping next time I'm out there I get to like hang with everybody, not necessarily just see them at the convention. Good, good. Back on vacation. Oh, nice, dude. Alright, so I think for the most part this controller was pretty much all intact. There's just the thumbstick cap needs to be replaced. Okay. We'll proceed onward. And the mic ribbon cable did get ripped, but that's not too bad to deal with. The front mic. Oh no. Which mic is this? Is the mic that goes there? Yeah, the front mic. Front facing microphone. The rear facing microphone is still intact. Alright. I want to see if I can get behind that without having to desolder the motor wires. Ribbon cables look a little banged up, but they're okay for the most part. Nothing wrong with an easy repair. Oh yeah, this is like a quick one before I get that PS5 to get dropped off. It should be here soon. It's another thing, I need to make sure I'm like seeing their messages. Okay. Oh, ran into Joseph yesterday. He was asking if everyone was still down for FPF. Told him I was planning on a Saturday at FPF. I mean, I'm down, and hopefully by then I'll have like my t-shirts made, which finally found a local vendor to help me on that front. So t-shirts coming soon. They also do hats too, so I'm hoping to have a dad hat. Oh, there goes that text message. Pants. Oh, it's someone else. When exactly is Free Play Florida? Let me look that up real quick. Let's see, Free Play Florida. I think it's September, right? Oh, November. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. So this year it's November 21st to the 23rd. A is Gote. Wait, what is that? Oh, you're watching without audio? Okay. What's up, Gote? That's the homie, man. I met Gote in person. Man's from a small town in Georgia. Real cool dude. Oh, you can't hear me? That's weird. I don't know why it has that symbol. That's weird. Okay. Yo. One of the homies, for sure. Yeah, so Free Play Florida is in Orlando, Florida from November 21st to the 23rd. I'm definitely going to try to get out there. What even are you talking about? It's like on my side, like on the moderation side, I can see, for some reason it's showing me this symbol next to your name, Gote, to say that you're watching without audio, but you're telling me you can hear me, so just must be a discrepancy. I've never seen that symbol before, so I was just curious. But yeah, hey man, if you down to make it out here, do it. Do it. You already know, man. By then I'll have a shirt for you. We can all rep Wolfpack. Come in like a little army. That'd be cool. Repping the pack. Putting the Wolfpack on the map. Alright, let's see. Why are you not releasing? Oh, I see a little latch. Stop spamming caps? Just do it. Nightbot is so sensitive, and I don't know how to like not make him be so sensitive. Just do it? Yeah, man, of course. We'll do it. That's what Gote said before Nightbot said no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tone down Nightbot's sensitivity. Alright, so we're just gonna be replacing the thumbstick cap, which I can do at this point. So we have this damaged one. Get that over there. Now we have our replacement. Doesn't seem to wanna cooperate. He's a sensitive fella. I need a shirt before November. Hey, I got you, fam. I'm working on it. I promise. I still have that pre-order list with everybody's size saved in my phone. I can't wait to like rock the shirts, because the shirts are gonna even more legitimize like what we got going on here. Still crazy how all this started. Man, these aftermarket caps, man, they can be such a pain. The shirt is so clean too. Yo, yeah. Yeah, I'm really glad I spent the time on the logo to like really make it something that people would be wanting to wear. Like, it's not cringe, it's like, it's a clean logo and it's scalable. Like, if I wanted to make special editions and whatnot, definitely possible with the company logo. Yeah, I was thinking that, thinking for a long time, not a good time. There we go. Alright. Get rid of some of the plastic flashing. Make sure the fitment is good. Alright, let's get that back in there. Get a pair of tweezers. Little fingers. Player one said, also ran into a retro game revivalist the other day. Sounds like he has some more stuff he needs repaired. Mention the GBA? Ooh. Does he just want to repair it, or is he going to be a super Chad, a Giga Chad, and get upgrades too? Because, I mean, like, why just repair it when you can upgrade it? You can have backlit screen. Unless he's talking about an SP. But I think he would have specified that if he was. Let's see, message. Alright, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna go meet a customer. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna do a BRB special. I'll be right back. Appreciate y'all's patience. I believe they're here. Alrighty, back on comms. Alright, let's see. Alright, this just got dropped off. This is an expedited repair. PS5 Slim. Damaged HDMI port. She mentioned that it fell on the HDMI port, and I can clearly see that. I'll show you guys after I'm done with this controller, and then we'll move on to that. Let's go back over to the overhead. He said it had battery acid damage, but yeah, IPS. Yeah, IPS and more is highly suggested. Oh yeah. You can do like rechargeable battery mod, IPS screen mod. There's so many good modifications for the GBA. You know, fun hot take. You know how a lot of people say they like the form factor of the OG GBA because it's more like wide? Honestly, I think the SP form factor is better. At least in my hands. I don't know if that's really a hot take or not, but it's my take, that's for sure. Is that my controller? Hey, Montreal. No, it's not your controller. This is just a basic controller. Not basic, but like your standard PS5 controller that had a simple repair needed. Yeah, I'm a fan of the SP. Yeah, I feel like the SP was better, man. Like in terms of holding it, because it's like your hands can kind of rest better. Even though visually you would think like, oh, it's more square, so it's probably a little more cumbersome, but I don't think so. Not at all. Hey Ben, how you doing? I was just looking at your Xbox. It's coming up soon, Ben. Sorry it's taking so long. Actually just hired somebody to help. Saw you were in SC. We were there too. Oh snap, that's right. That's right. You were traveling to South Carolina too. Dang, should have met up with you guys or something. Would have been cool. Go grab some food. Shockingly enough, South Carolina has some solid barbecue. No worries about that, yeah. Thank you, I appreciate your patience, Ben, truly. Okay, just thought it was. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, alright. We need to route the microphone that got damaged. But other than that, this controller should be good. Yeah, it definitely needs to be routed that way. Okay, let me see if I can get some tweezers to help me with this. It's just routing this cable down here. Yeah, so the only thing that got damaged was the front microphone, but thankfully I was able to get that on order, get that in. When you will be soon or so. Just hoping to get to it either Friday or Saturday. May have to be a Sunday thing. Maybe. I don't typically stream on Sundays though. But soon. Pretty soon. Yeah, like I was saying, I finally was able to hire somebody to help with all the jobs, with the work orders coming in. Bro was trying to eat barbecue the whole time. Hey man, when the barbecue's good, it's good. Yeah, Gote was on the trip with me. We actually ended up splitting a hotel room. Yeah, it was fun. I was craving barbecue that trip. I don't know what was going on, but barbecue was hitting. Alright. were headed to Norfolk, but yeah, great barbecue in South Carolina for sure. But Virginia has a great burger spot called J&K. Okay. I guess if I'm ever in Virginia, I'm gonna have to check that out. Alright, I'm feeling confident, so I'm just gonna put the screws back. See, I need to drink more water, man. I haven't really been drinking enough water lately. That's fine, I was just curious. No rush. Thanks, man, I appreciate that. Really trying to work through all this backlog. I was even debating. Nice tools. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Ultraman. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I really enjoy the way the setup is right now. There's a few more things I want to get still to improve it, but for the most part, I can get a lot done with the setup I currently have. Alright, bet. That's all the screws. Put the L1 bumper back. If you're in Orlando, Daytona, Jacksonville, look up Four Rivers. Great Texas-style barbecue. Honestly, Texas has the best barbecue. And I've never even been to Texas, but every place that has Texas-style, fire. Oh, wait. What did he flag you for? Oh, because he dropped a link? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Nightbot is getting a little ridiculous. You're welcome. Stop posting links. That's crazy. Nightbot is aggressively sensitive. I'm gonna have to tone that down next time I'm off stream, and I'll work on those Nightbot settings. Alright, let's go ahead and test. Nightbot is a bully. I'm saying though, he's using his kindness as a weakness and then as a weapon. Yes, I'm originally from Texas. I can confirm barbecue greatness. Oh, okay. Dang, I didn't know that. Player one, that's cool. But yeah, free play Florida about to be lit. Litty like a biddy. Alright, let's go on over to Gamepad Tester. Let me connect my cable. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so everything looks good here. 9%'s a little out there, but that's fine. I'll just leave it how it is. Alright. I can't believe this fix was this simple and it's taking me so long to get to it. You got Yadiel to switch to. Oh snap! He's got to switch to Donkey Kong game. I love it, man. It's taking every amount of discipline I have. Got the green sword for a reason. Oh wow, yeah. I love the graphics. Yes. I've been like, it's taken everything I have not to play that game off stream, but I do want the first time I play it to be on stream, and maybe do like a let's play on stream and then my own file off stream. But I want to play it so bad, and like, I'm so tempted to just start the playthrough off stream, but I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to hold myself to that, even though I don't really need to, but I'm trying. Honestly, I might have to break the seal today because that game just looks so dang fun. I love smashing stuff. I hear that. Helps with stress. You got ads, by the way? Oh, that's a good thing. Hopefully make a few pennies today. Okay. This controller is done. I'll have to contact them, let them know that this controller is finally done and repaired. And again, like I said earlier, I'm trying to get better about taking pictures. Alright, let me send them a link just in case they want to watch me work on their console. Share. Just in case you want to tune in for updates. Boom. Okay. Alright, this one I'm gonna put this in the to go section. I think it had a bag. Where's the bag this thing was in? Oh, here it is. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's go. Yeah, this thing is cooked. So we're just gonna toss that. We have a ripped ribbon cable, we'll toss that. Okay. I'm going to just verify that this PS5 console that was dropped off goes from blue light to white light, so I know I'm not fighting more than one issue. I'm not going to try to plug in an HDMI cable because it's very obvious that the HDMI port was damaged. Wait for the caps to charge. There we go. Alright, so right now we got this thing booting up. I just want to see it go from blue light to white light. That just verifies that it can get through its post-process and get to a point where it's just a matter of repairing the HDMI port. Alright, I see white light. Okay. Okay, I see this thing wasn't necessarily turned off well. Okay, so let me hold the power button, get my 2 beeps. So then I know it's completely shutting down, and then we're gonna crack it open and get started. Oh man, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I need to like take a break. At least it feels that way. I've just been at it between the website, going to Southeast Game Exchange, work orders. I feel like I need like a solid week, but there's so many work orders. So it's like, I guess I just gotta start telling people no. Which, you know, and just take that risk for the company. Like, I just don't feel like I want to take that risk this early into the company's life cycle. But I might need to. Thankfully, I did just hire somebody, so that helps, thankfully. And so far, he's doing great. That does help, but it's still a lot to manage and all that. Excuse me. Carbonated beverages. Is that a Boston Red Sox shirt? Oh no, it's from an anime called Initial D. It says Red Suns for Akina Red Suns. It was one of the racing car groups or drifting groups in the anime Initial D. You don't mind, it's just... Oh, hey Gote, if you're still in chat, yes, any guide from iFixit is probably gonna be a good guide. I trust them. A lot. I trust their guides a lot. Bets, thanks. Of course, dude. Be very careful with the disk drive. Oh, they have the button mounted there. Okay. Alright. I will say, this PS5 is in really good shape. It's like very clean. Gotta watch Initial D if you like 90s cars and anime. Yeah, Initial D is like the GOAT. Let's see, does it have a screw to hold it down? Look like it does. Okay, it does just snap in. That's smart engineering for them to design it that way, for it to just snap in. Warranty sticker intact. That's always a good sign. I always love to see that. I watch MF Ghost, Jeff? What's MF Ghost? Like really MF Ghost? I can't say that I have. Doesn't sound familiar. Initial D sequel with Takumi Student? What? I didn't know there was a sequel to that junk. I guess because everybody talks about Initial D all the time. I didn't know there was a sequel. I might have to tune in for that. Yo. Man, I love some of you guys so much, man. You guys are great. And you know who you are. You guys are great. Sorry, one moment. Thank you. Hey. Oh, nice. Look at Nightbot doing his thing. It came out last year? Wow. So it's like brand new. That's cool that they revived the series. I thought it was gonna stay encapsulated, you know? Yeah, I might have to check that out. Well, not might. I definitely want to. Wait, but you know, that got me thinking, Gote. Why do you want to take apart your PS3 already? You just got it. Is it having some breathing issues? Is it getting a little warm? It's semi-controversial, but definitely something to check out. What makes it controversial? It's overheating. Oh no. Well, Takumi's not in it. Oh, okay. That's why. Everybody loved Takumi. He's like the main character. Breaking some PlayStations again. Yeah, me and all the customers in the world. It is literally my most common repair. At this point, I'm almost done as many PlayStations as Nintendo 64. It's getting ridiculous. I'm playing. Just them HDMI ports, man, they're so flimsy. Honestly, it's like, am I just becoming the HDMI port guy? Like, I didn't necessarily want to be. I gotta start advertising some other stuff. But then again, I do have other stuff, like this toaster oven I need to be working on at some point. Swindlers alert! Oh, of course it is, because Dave entered the chat. Hey, Swindon! Uh-oh, the cavalry's coming in. What's up, y'all? And worms? Jeez! Sheesh! The cavalry has arrived. Can you send me a text when you're working on it? I dropped a like, man. Can you do what you do? Thanks, Corcel. Genuinely appreciate that. Yo. Hey, I don't know, man. That's too much power in one chat. I don't know. Y'all came in hot. Boys. Just boys being boys. If anybody's an ABBA and Preach fan, they'll get that. Yo, yo. Here we are. Hey, guys. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a raid. A good kind. So what we're working on is, I just fixed a quick repair service on a PS5 DualSense controller. Now I'm working on a PS5 HDMI port repair. The swindlers are here. That's such a W. Facts. Of course, man. Just send a text when you're starting the controller. I'm Montrell, by the way. Yes, I do remember. That is Mr. Montrell. And so bossy. Gene, got you on the PC heading out though. Continue kicking butt. Thanks, man. Thank you, thank you. Let me know, are you going to PB or are you, and then after that, Gene, maybe to the spot? I'm not bossy. However, to play Fortnite with all these live streams. Dual monitor setup. 3 words. Had to count. Man, this PS5 is like super clean, man. Look at that fan. That is beautiful. This thing is in like great shape. I bet they like just got this thing. I wonder if it was still under warranty, but they just wanted a quicker turnaround time. Up to you, Falcon. Can jump on now if you want. Was too hot to go paintballing today. Yeah, going to the spot to do some Soul Frame. Wait, it came out already? Or is it the beta? Don't tell me officially released. And I'm just like living under a rock. HDMI port is not under warranty? Really? I did not know that. Dave's dropping bombs, man. Hi, Wolfpack in chat. Hey, it's Chlor Slug. The one and only. I can keep Wolfpack on the TV and Fortnite on the monitor. I mean, I hear a certain guy named Jeff would appreciate it, but that's just a rumor apparently. I don't know. He goes by Wolf sometimes. I hear he said that he would appreciate stuff like that. So if you do dual monitor it, I think he'll appreciate it. Alright, let's mark my screws. That smell of Sharpie, man. You gotta stay away from that. It's a little too strong. For physical damage, no. Ah, okay. Hey, Chlor, you got your arm shorted? Wait, what happened to Chlor's arm? They didn't cover it under warranty because it's terrible. Facts. This design is so bad. It's not enough strain relief. It took 6 weeks to turn around too. No wonder why people look for alternative options. Yo, what's up, Sean? What's good, fam? How come you mark the holes? They have markings on there where the case screws go. It's just a habit. I do it on basically everything. Yeah, it's just a habit. I like to mark for my own personal reason. That way, like, I can always reference. Because I guess my problem isn't not knowing where they go. It's more so like making sure I don't miss a screw. Now, it's been a while since I've missed a screw, but you know, I'm not perfect, and it takes a few seconds to have higher quality, if that makes sense. Oh man, yeah, I destroyed that foam sticker. Yeah, I'll use Kapton tape when time comes. Not to go in, but those have the cross. Yes, they do. You're right. They have like the indentations, the crosshair indentations. Not yet. Still trying to decide on which style to go. Oh, are you talking about a tack Chlor Slug? Well, that's better than what I was thinking, I guess. I was thinking that maybe you broke your arm or something. Doing like X Games sports. I was like, dang, I didn't know Chlor Slug got down like that. This man doing hardcore parkour. I ordered the correct one. Gotcha. Microscope arm. Oh, okay. Haha, missed a screw? I did? Where? Hey, don't be playing games with me, Dave. I'm looking at you. No funny business, man. But did I really? Now you got me wasting time looking. Darn you, Dave. Never miss a good screw. Oh my gosh, this guy. Oh, brother. How many kids you got? With them dad jokes, I'm guessing 20. That's a well-refined dad joke right there. Three? Oh, okay. Makes sense. Alright. Yeah, I'll give you a pass on the dad jokes now. He's officially a dad. No, you're fine. Well, thank you. I mean, I didn't need a compliment that early until you coming into the stream, but I appreciate it. Thank you for calling me fine, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. Dang, man. I mean, if I had a little less melanin, you'd see me blushing. I promise. I need a Wii? Why not a Wii U? And I have a kid, so yeah, dad jokes. Man, I don't even have a kid, and I got dad jokes for days. Alpha in the background. My dad has entered the chat. What's up, Dad? How you enjoying your new couch, sir? Got it all set up and zip tied? What do you call an American wasp? Hi, everyone. So we have been BSing about price. What does HDMI port replacement cost? So, wait, JFix is here? Oh, yeah, he is here. I literally read his message but didn't look at his username. I'm tripping. All set? Nice. Glad to hear it. A USB? What do you call an American wasp? A USB. Wow. I mean, I get it. That's a good dad joke. All right, Swindon, I'll give you that one. That's a good one. Wait, what? J-Fix wasn't feeling good. What's going on? Don't tell me he had Ebola or something. I'm getting a call from a potential customer. Sorry, y'all. Alright, we back. We back. Gotta wear multiple hats in this game. What? Ambulance today? I think I have herniated stomach. Dang, I can't eat and drink? Gotta get tested. Yeah, dude, hurry up and do that. What the heck? That sounds serious. I think he's on Twitch too. Gote said at WolfPackElectronics, Dad, look at him go. Hey, I appreciate that. Dang, that sounds rough, J-Fix. Hopefully you get that fixed. No puns intended. Genuinely. Oh, stop it. We all contribute. That's way worse than I thought, J-Fix. Yeah, Andy, but you're concerned. Damn. You in the hospital then? Yeah, are you watching from the hospital, man? What in the world? What the hell? What the hell? Wow, I missed a screw. Right when the phone call happened. It's just the flu. Yeah, man. Hate to hear that, bro. Now my girlfriend looking after me. Hey, W girlfriend. W girlfriend in the chat, yo. W girlfriend. Can I get a name for Mr. Wolfpack? It's Jeff. I promise. It's Jeff. No, yeah, my name's Jeff. Dang, dude, hope you feel better soon. Facts. Back to Price. Yes, that's right. What do we call you? I got so many names. But yeah, my actual name is Jeff. But some people call me Wolf. Some people call me just Jeff. Yeah, Jeff's fine. Hey, Jeff, this is Joe. Nice to meet you, man. My name, see, this is why I didn't want to say my name is Jeff. Swindon, you're the reason why. You know how rough it is to have Jeff in your username on Xbox Live and everybody says, my name's Jeff? It's like, gosh, man, that meme will never die. It's okay, though. I've learned to embrace it. But Dave, back to your question, back to Price. So, for me personally, and nowadays I don't care to say it because it's pretty out there now because I've had so many customers and customers talk and post on Yelp and Google. So for me personally, because I don't have a storefront, I save on overhead cost and I can transfer those savings onto the customer. So as a starting price for my HDMI port replacements, it's $130,
And if there's damage where I need to do trace repair, it's an additional $30. So at worst for customers, it's $160. At best, $130 in terms of cost to them. Anyone call you Jay? My dad, but he usually calls me Dr. J whenever he just calls me Jay. For whatever reason. I don't have a PhD. But yeah, he calls me Dr. J. I think he's the only one that calls me that. One of my brothers calls me Jefferson, Hefe. One of my cousins called me Yef, like Y-E-F-F, like as if he was Spanish or something. I'm trying to think what other variations are there out there in the streets. I think that's all of them. And trace repair is serious effing work. Yeah, that's why I upcharge for it. Come the 2-year anniversary of my company though, like come October of this year, I will be doing a price adjustment. It'll be like a nominal increase in price, so nothing too crazy. Exactly, Dave. I could charge close to what all these other guys charge and still beat them in price and increase my profit, but that's not kind of where the business is right now. That's not the business strategy I'm going with right now. Ew, well, I pissed myself when I first watched it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that movie's funny. I did end up watching it. Channing Tatum, bro, and Jonah Hill. Funny duo. Definitely a dynamic duo. And another reason why I'm increasing my price is because now I have an employee, and I'm hoping to have another employee before the end of the year. So I need to help offset the cost of overhead because of employees, not because of having like rent due. Good price. Wish I could change that. Well, yeah, I hear you. Where are you based? Oh, I'm in Brevard County, Florida. So like central Florida. In the swamp. No Shrek. Alright, so we got these two. I call them red screws. I don't need to clean the console. The thing is in such good shape, so I'm not going to worry about the underside screws. So let's go ahead. Take these bad boys out. Yeah, if I had overhead and everything else, I definitely would be charging more. Hold on, I need to drink more water, man. This is getting crazy. Ooh, before I go forward, I want to remove the HDMI port little cushion sticker before I forget, which is this little guy. Let's see. What do I see so far? The HDMI port definitely took a hit, for sure. And she was honest about it. I love when customers are honest, man. They just tell you exactly what happened. Because it just helps me. It's like a doctor almost. Like, there's no point lying to your doctor. It only hurts you. So, Swindon, the reason why the overhead cam is so zoomed far out is because it's a GoPro, and GoPros don't allow you to zoom in while, like, filming / recording. So it's just one of the drawbacks of using a GoPro Hero 4. In the future, I'd like to, and I've been talking to a friend of mine, he works in Hollywood, he's a director, about some camera setups. He's actually working on a blog in collaboration. Or he just asked for my input. It's not like a true collaboration. But I got this for free. It was donated to the channel from a viewer. Gene, he was actually in here earlier. I shout him out on my Twitch About page because I always like to shout out people who support me. So, yeah. It was free $99 right? You can't beat free 99, and then it kind of gets the job done, especially compared to what I had before, which was no overhead cam. Like the first few streams I ever did, it was pretty lackluster, but we've come a long way in a beneficial way. So, but that's why. That's the long answer. All right, let's get this guy out of the way. And I want to show you guys this HDMI port up close and personal. You know what? Let's see if we're gonna have to do some trace repair. Let's see. Also, another reason why it's so high. Exactly, Gene. It works for now, and thank you. Like, honestly, huge thank you. Oh yeah, let me turn on the light. Another reason why it's so zoomed out is because I have to put the GoPro higher than the camera on the microscope so they don't interfere with one another, and because of that, that also zooms it out. That's why ultimately I just need to get a camera that allows me to zoom in and set the zoom, and then from there be good to go. But it's just some of the growing pains, which I find fun because basically I can treat this whole thing like a video game. I've been using an old cell phone for overhead, works great. I like that. Free 99, gotta remember that. Heck yeah, trust me, I have all little kinds of idioms and sayings that apparently people like. You see, that's the other thing that I gotta give Sony credit for, is like, yes, their HDMI port detaches, but when it detaches, it's not as destructive as it could be because it's not so anchored in. So it's like a trade-off. You either have it break easily, or you have it not break as easily, but take the whole freaking board with it. You know what I mean? It's like a front bumper. It's like you kind of want the front bumper to just crumble and take the hit versus the whole car, the whole chassis taking the hit. That's kind of how I think about it. But technically, it's still attached. It's just, I'll show you guys where the real damage is. One moment. Don't get motion sickness. I'm about to move the microscope. Okay. Let's see if I can show you guys here. Let me straighten this up. Alright, you guys see that damage? That's a lot of damage. We might need some flex tape on that one. You see that? You ain't getting no signal with that. I mean, it's like, we're good, we're good, we're good. Oh, we not so good. Oh, we jacked up. We're effed. That's basically how this went. So, that's why we're replacing this HDMI port. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. Let me get my setup ready. Start applying some flux. Get the microscope in frame. To this day, I wonder why they never spec screws on either side of the HDMI connector. Keep it safer bolted in. I agree. You see? It's like a car pileup. Yeah. I totally agree with you, Joe, about that, because it's the trade-off thing I'm saying. Like, if they did bolt it in, let's say someone did drop the PS5, which is going to have more weight because it's the whole thing, not just the motherboard, and with a cable attached, and now the force of the drop is not being channeled to the pins, it's being channeled to the whole motherboard. I can see motherboards cracking. You can have inner layer damage between the layers of the motherboard. So it's like, it's a catch-22. I think they made it a little too weak, in my opinion, if that was what they were keeping in mind with the design, with the mechanical design. But yeah, they just, whatever they decided, it wasn't the move, because they're breaking way too easily. That's the main problem. They just break way too easily. Because Xbox doesn't have this bad of an issue when it comes to HDMI ports. And their HDMI port is pretty well anchored. Like, you can tell it's more anchored, even across, with like solder joints going around like the edge of it, if that makes sense. I'll have to show you guys one time. It's better anchored, but when it breaks, it still gives at the HDMI port, not the motherboard. So, like I said, similar concept to like a front bumper on a car. You want the bumper to crumble, not your whole chassis to be like destroyed. It's where do you want the forces to be absorbed, basically, from a design perspective. Alright, let's get it kind of good so that when I take it off, you guys can see the 19 pins. Let's see if we can focus up here. Nice. Zoom in. Focus up. Nice. Alright. It's like my overhead camera is too zoomed out, and then my microscope camera is hella zoomed in. But we make it work though. Excuse me. To be fair, it's a box and a lot harder to drop. Fair enough. Less smooth edges. Easier to hold on to. Using a program called DroidCam. It has a OBS plugin. Huh. Those magnetic connections making more and more sense. Yeah. Ooh, that's an idea. Magnetic HDMI cable. I know they already have magnetic USB cables. I use them on the PlayStation Portal because where that USB slot is retarded. I'm sorry. I hate to not be PC, but Sony was not thinking where they placed that USB-C connector for the PlayStation Portal. I get that maybe they didn't have other options and that was the best place they could decide, but it's still bad. It's like such a pain to plug that thing in to charge it. Alright, applying heat from the underside. Okay, I see wetting on the left side anchors. Gotta keep making sure I move heat kind of evenly. See if we get wetting on the right side anchors. Come on, come on. Alright, it's getting there. Keep moving back and forth. How you guys like my play-by-play? Proper wetting. That is the technical term, by the way, in the industry. You want your solder to be liquidous, you want proper wetting. Alright, we have full liquidous on all anchors and pins. Okay, getting there, getting there. Come on, come on, you can do it. You can do it. This thing doesn't want to let go. This thing fight me so much. Make sure I'm doing this properly. There we go. That's some solid play-by-play. Well, thank you. I'm like the Joe Rogan of this stuff. Like Apple Charger used to be, yeah. Are you using to hold your overhead cell phone cam? Good question. And the new controller for Switch 2. Yes. Yeah, that I do like how they implemented that. I can send link in Discord. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, actually, I think yeah, Dave's in the are you in my Discord or are you talking about the YouTube Discord, Dave? Because I do have a channel called like resources, just in case you wanted to plug it there. But either one's fine. I'm not like saying you have to go in either one or anything like that. Uh-oh. So we did lose a couple pads. And their signal pads. Are they still on there? Okay, so unfortunately this repair is gonna require some trace repair. Here, let me zoom in on it so you guys can see. Let me know if you guys can see that pretty well. So pin 1 and pin 3 didn't make it. Wait, actually pin 3 might still be there. I think it's just ashy solder. Actually, now that I'm looking at it. Let's see if we can reflow it. I can't tell if that's like there or not. Yeah, I guess it's not there. Okay. It's like everything flows pretty well except that one. Of course it had to be on the data signals. Okay. For those who've been dying to see me do trace repair, I guess today's the day. Today is that day. Alright, let's get this thing cleaned up. Whoa, that moves way too much. feel like it is there. Yeah, I think once I clean it and get the reflections of the flux off, it might help. You know what's funny? It always seems like every time I have to do an expedited service, there's like more stuff that goes wrong. I don't know if it's a jinx or what, but it seems that way. Okay, so solder is sticking. I think you're right. Dave, did Dave say that? Yeah. You know what? Here. Zeus. They can't all be easy, right? More fun to watch than to do. Who you telling? Oh, yeah, it's still there. Okay, cool. It was just a little ashy. Wait, oh no. The pad is still there. Both of them are still there. What? That's crazy that it looked that way, though. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. If you were looking for trace repair, I think I just bursted the bubble. 1 and 2 left the chat. 1 and 2 have re-entered the chat. Darn it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was actually wanting to do trace repair. I know that sounds like masochist, but actually, I was actually wanting to show it off a little bit. Show the technique, like SpongeBob, technique. When he's blowing the bubbles, technique. It's good exercise. Oh yeah. Gotta train these hands to be steady. Alright, let's get some more flux down. And I guess while I'm here, I'll just mix in some leaded solder. Okay. Can you break a trace to show us? As much as that would be cool to do, I'm not doing that. My dad always taught me, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I've learned my lesson the hard way when it comes to that. But if you join the Discord 8-Bit Repair, I will personally message you the next time I need to do trace repair. I will write a sticky note and post it on this iPad I use to view the chat. You have my word. Oh wait, my bad. I'm not even in frame. I'm just tinning all the pads. Alright, that looks like plenty of solder. Your Discord is not posted? My Discord is not posted. Oh, it's on my website. You can get to my Discord from my website and my and I think I put it in my YouTube about section, actually. I think it's there. If you go to like the channel and then the about section, I think it's there. Alright, zoom out a little bit so I can add some leaded solder to the anchor points. Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully you find it. Let me know if you don't, and I'll just post a link in the chat. Getting there. Nice. All right. All right. Let's get the new port prepped. Let's get everything ready to go. Clean off my section because I hate my worker area being cluttered. Cool, cool. This PS3 is filthy? Yeah, man. It's an old console. 2006, man. Oh, yeah. That's right. I gotta take pictures for the Instagrams. Hey, I see a Mr. Dave join the pack. Also, well, I guess the Discord pack. He's already part of the pack. So, that's like a misnomer. Alright, got that old port in the trash. We're gonna get ready to solder in the new port here shortly. We're gonna go right there. Get some zoom. Nice. Okay. Alright, cool. I'll send pics of it. Yeah, dude, send pics in the Discord. I think there's a repair chat channel. That's like for sending stuff like that. Alright, it's pretty gloopy, but it'll get the job done. Alright, let's extract this port. Oh, look at Nightbot doing a thing. What's going on, Jeff? How's life going on? Oh yeah, dark side up in the hizzy. For Zizzy? That's different. For hizzy, for shizzy. Yes, sir. What's up, Juan? Doing good. Just expedited PS5 HDMI port repair. And then I'm going to... How long have we been streaming? Only an hour and a half? Yeah, I should have time to get to drop the link in the Discord. Thanks. I'll be sure to check it out. I know Chlorslug's in there, so Chlorslug will see the link too. I know he was the one that was asking. Alright, let's start getting heat on the underside, and then we're going to place the new HDMI port in. Get nice and liquidous. Alright, there we are. Get nice and liquidy. Liquidy schnickets. Series of fortunate events. Hey man, stop going in the anchor holes. Alright, nice. Alright, we're gonna get to the point where we're just gonna hold it in place. Hold it. Alright. Now we have to inspect and touch up as needed. Wait. I can tell by your shades that it's bright as heck outside. in the soaring eye out there. Sheesh. Yeah, dude, Florida, man, it's been hot as heck lately. That ring light also gets rid of those shadows on your scope. Yeah. I how front heavy those are. These are. Yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes it causes for some weird angling. Alright, let's inspect our solder joints and then touch up as needed. See how we're looking. Luxure. Let's come down a little too high. Ooh, those look good. Well, let's do our stab test with our X-Acto blade. Let me make sure I'm in frame for you guys. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get some focus, some clarity on here. Let me zoom out just a tad. Alright, let's do the stabby stab test. And we're doing it with a knife. A couple of the solder joints look like they could use more solder, but we'll see exactly once I get there. There's my stab knife. There it is. No damage. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I had a long phone call. I take it no damage traces. Nope, no damage traces, thankfully. Alright, time for the stab test. Let's get this thing back in frame. Alright. Pin 1. Good. 2 good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, or this would be 18, and 19. Okay, they're all pretty solid. I think I might touch them up though, just to be safe. While I'm here, I might as well. I don't love one. Damn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna touch them up just to be safe. Stabby stab, no diddy. Man, you beat me to it. I'm supposed to say no diddy. Dang it. Let's get that in frame. Alright, and then let's touch this up. That would be awful. Here, let me see if I can zoom in and still have enough light for you guys, because that happens. Okay, focal point. Yeah, these can all have some extra solder on them. Sorry if I'm missing your guys' chats right now. This is where I wish I had a chisel tip. Man, it would make this a lot more straightforward. If I had like a JBC chisel tip or a C115 for sure. Yeah, the camera isn't letting in a whole lot of light, so the image is going to look a little dark for you guys, but so far the touch-ups are going well. Especially on the bottom of all the pins. That's what I really like. Doesn't necessarily need to be on top of it, but definitely on the bottom needs to have like a good seating. That's what I like. That's what I like. That's what I like. Bruno Mars. Really hold, get a good dwell time, especially for the ground pins, because they can sink so much heat. But the signal pins, not so much. You don't need to hold it as long. Okay, I'm comfortable with that. Oh, sorry. Man, I missed a lot of chats. Dang, y'all was yapping. Political speech ever made. Hulk Hogan. Light of the recent passing of the great Hulk Hogan. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. Once this thing is cleaned up, it's about to look super sexy. No Diddy. Yo, no Diddy is probably, it's not gonna die for a while. I think we got a good like 3 years of no Diddy. Uh-oh, I see a solder ball. I don't like you. Why are you there? On between pins 18 and 19. You see that guy? Look at this little dweeb. Let's get this dweeb out of here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy trying to mess up my repair. Get out of here. We don't like your kind around here. I know it's a little left up, but yeah. Alright. No solder balls were harmed in the making of this video. It was between pins 18 and 19 near this capacitor, but I already removed it. Let me zoom in, get some clarity, and it was like right in between there, but there's nothing there now. Just old solder. I mean old flux, my bad. Let me get my acid brush so I can clean in between. Come down. Oh, did I slide? My bad. Get all that old flux out of there. Alright, and then I'm going to use my air blower device, and we're going to blow the alcohol from underneath the port. You got a hold of that ball, no Diddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, those solder joints looking good. Here, I'll switch the camera over so you guys can see real quick. Yeah, that's looking good. Switch back over to the microscope cam. Alright, let's look at that. From left to right, looking good. Good, solid connections. Alright, now we can reassemble. Thankfully, because this console, I don't know, it's like so new, I don't think I need to... There's like no oxidation on the APU. Where was the main chassis? I think it may be worth respreading the liquid metal on that portion of the excuse me, of the thermal solution. Honestly, dang man, it's been a while since I've seen a PS5 without oxidation. I really do think they just got this thing. Alright, let's go ahead and respread bars. That micro cam is fire, not gonna lie. Keeping it a buck bean. Hey, thanks you, man. I appreciate it. Keeping it a stack with your boy. Alright, let's just respread this liquid metal. Just so I don't have to question if this thing decides to overheat while it's doing it. Okay. It's funny, on the newer revisions of the PS5, they definitely use less liquid metal. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but on the earlier revisions, they use a ton. And then on the later revisions, they barely use any. I guess they figured out the perfect, like, maximum. Like, you don't need more than this. Just a good amount. Alright, smile for the camera. Liquid metal, nice and glistening. And that website is amazing, little by little, step by step. Every little step I take. Okay, Bobby Brown. Yeah, actually, funny enough, Ben, I can't take full credit. Someone who's a fan of the brand and channel helped me start with the website, but I'm the one who added a bunch more of the tiles, the contact tiles, the contact form. So if someone wants to schedule a repair, they can do it straight from the website now. I added that. I changed up some flavor text to make it better for search engine optimization, and I added the newsletter at the bottom. So yeah, you're right, every little step. So like if I'm not streaming, or if there's a day I said I was going to stream and I'm not, I'm usually working on back-end stuff. And like you guys know, it's just me for now, and then my new compatriot who joined the squad this week. Keeping it a century. Keeping it a thou, keeping it a century. Well, I'm keeping it a millennia, bro. Keeping it a thou wow, huh? That wowie zowie. That's a Super Mario Wonder reference. If you know, you know. Big trunks. That's what I'll say. Big trunks. Big trunk gang. Pause. Alright, let's get this thing reassembled and tested. You going to be streaming more? I mean, honestly, I think at minimum 3 times a week, at max 4. I do want to start streaming myself playing video games, so that way I can feel like I'm getting some type of R&R. You win, man. You outslang me, kid. Hey, man, what can I say? I better be closer in the slang game before I get, too out there, get too old or whatever. Alright, let's get this thing replaced. Let me make sure my hands are free of liquid metal before I touch anything crazy. That's crazy, getting outslanged. It's like that episode of South Park when they're like, you got served. Alright, let's make sure the power supply is fully connected, and let's get that HDMI sticker before I forget, because that's like my one kryptonite with this service sometimes. Wow, kudos to that friend and person who decided to contribute in that way. When you sow good seed, you'll eventually reap a great harvest. Hey man, that's what I be saying. A good tree produces good fruit. A rotten tree produces rotten fruit. That's all I'm gonna say. That just lets me know I must be doing something okay. Let me not say right, but something okay. I think when you notice people want to see you win and good things kind of keep happening, you got to be doing something right. Because you reap what you sow is universal law, right? It's even in physics. What goes around comes around. For every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. Like, it's universal law at this point. So, got to be doing something. All right, let's go ahead. Okay, so thermal compounds in, HDMI sticky is in. When you know, you know. Exactly. Putting the phone back, that's confusing for the next guy. Oh, so it looks like OEM, it looks factory is what you're saying? Yeah, that HDMI foam. If you don't take it off and you try to like take the port off, this thing will shrivel up into like magma and it will fall off and it could fall on your hand. So I noticed your work on PS5 a lot, and it's because they are easily defected or compromised easily. I would say the way Sony decided to put the HDMI port on the PCB was very cheap. And what I mean by that is they prioritize saving money and not having a solid connection. Love watching this. It's so trippy getting to see my console being fixed in real time. Hey, appreciate you sweeping in, Drea. That's cool. You swung on by. I like that. Yeah, man. That's the whole repair reimagine thing on my website. Like, I want people to see this stuff. This also helps me recruit some new talent if anybody's interested. You know what I mean? I mean, like, you're not gonna get this with Sony. I'll tell you that much. I'm coming to you for all future repairs. I appreciate that. Like I said, if I had less melanin, you'd see that I'm blushing right now. At Drea. W for Drea. Real one. Alright, let's go. Onward. Alright, so we got our connections made. Let me get these 2 screws in, and then we'll do like a preliminary test once I get to the X clamp on. I wonder if Leo works for Sony, bro. Juan will never let Leo know that he's not forgotten, bro. Never here, but not forgotten. I bet you wish you thought of that one, Juan. Never here, but never forgotten. I cracked myself up. That was a good one. I'm sorry. I gotta give myself that one. That was a good one. Come on, Juan. Let me get that acknowledgement. Let me see a laughing emoji. Oh, that's cool, Drea. I hope you like the stream. Keeps Leo's loss alive. And that was a good one. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate your acknowledgement. Alright, let's do our preliminary power on test, just to verify the port's good before final or full assembly. Alright, let's walk on over. Man, these playlists, man, they grow on me more and more. As time goes on, they just continue to grow on me. Alright. Let's make sure the television is on. It's a little bit of my Creole accent coming out, even though I don't have a Creole accent. Alright, we're turning on. Dang, I keep forgetting. I need to do bets to see, like, I need to do a poll so people can wager their, like, stream points to see. Oh, okay. Well, there goes the climax right there. Problem solved, problem fixed, record time. What was that, like an hour? Wait, let's see. I've been streaming for a total of 1 hour and 42 minutes right now, but I did a controller earlier, so good sign. Obviously, HDMI port has been repaired. I'm going to complete final reassembly, and then we're going to go through our minimal testing, our nominal testing to make sure disk drive, internet, and Bluetooth functionality all works. And then we'll do a leave it running test while I work on something else, so that way we can get some long-term heat transfer testing. Make sure the liquid metal's all good. Look at this. Look at this. If I was at my day job, they'd make me put shoes on, long pants, all this stuff. I'm like, man, you don't need all that. Alright. Let's see. Let's go back over to overhead cam. Yeah, they're all texted. You know, looks like a DJ. Oh, this is his apartment. Well, I guess you could say that. I mean, it's my house, not my apartment. Thankfully, I'm in a position to be a homeowner. Thankfully, you know, I guess mortgage owner. Let's be real here, but it's nice to see we all wear the same thing. Facts. Birds of a feather flock together. Maybe one day I'll get a storefront. Maybe. But I don't know. The idea of overhead just kind of kills it for me. Not gonna lie. But yeah, Drea, I appreciate you watching. I think that's cool that you tuned in. Also, it can kind of let you know when I'm like where the progress is, the status is, especially since this was like an expedited. You're willing to go forward with that. Excuse me. Let's get that where it needs to be. Right, nice to see you always say anything. That ankle socks, man. That's not it, man. Why you always gotta hate on my ankles, man? Hey, you about to make me self-conscious and go splurge on some nice socks or something. I do have some Kingdom Hearts socks on that I could put on for you. If it bugs you that much, Juan. I do have some Kingdom Hearts socks. I have a pair with Donald. Oh, wow. Yeah, this bit is really starting to go. I think it's fatigued because it keeps slipping now. It's kind of getting on my nerves. Okay. I mean, granted, I have worked on, let's see, like nearly 70 PS5s at this point, HDMI port repairs. So that's 43 screw. Well, between slims and fats, let's say that's an average of like 38 screws. So 38 times 65, that's how many screws this thing has had to deal with. I bought 20 bits recently. Yeah, I need to do the same because this bit is super fatigued. How do you lift this black tab up for the ribbon cable? Oh, yeah. I use a spudger, Gote. That way I'm being safe with it and I can have metered pressure. But something like this, like a spudger tool, especially on this like flat edge right here. Well, let me put it at the back of my glove. Like something like this. A little spudger tool, and they have like a point. And black on black doesn't really help. They have a point. That's what I was thinking lately. Why not just let her pick it up and she could test it out for herself? Well, it's because I offer a warranty, so I want to do like some preliminary testing. And then like long-term testing, like if it, you know, let's say the liquid metal didn't spread properly, then that'll be a warranty repair. I just want to do as much as I can so the console doesn't come back, especially like a one-man army, and like the downtime from doing a warranty repair is like huge. So I'm trying to do as much testing as I can before giving it back to the customer, so that way it doesn't come back to me, hopefully. Just saying, pull up the heel part because it's hanging on for dear life. Bro, no it's not, bro. It's fine. It got the little grippy on it. It's got the grips. Like those ballerina socks. Do you have matching Kingdom Hearts shorts to go with the socks? I don't have a matching Kingdom Hearts shorts, but I do have a Kingdom Hearts t-shirt from when I went to go see the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra. Oh yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a super nerd. That's why it's crazy to me that the first video game convention ever that I went to was this past weekend. With the amount of games I've played and the amount of video game knowledge I have, I should have been at like a bunch of conventions by now. Fingernail usually works. Yes, fingernail is good. It's definitely a goated option. And it's definitely needed to expedite. I was not trying to wait around. This needed to happen today, one way or another. Hey, I appreciate the enthusiasm. Actually, it's getting a little warm in here. I might go, the God of War orchestra is pretty good. Yes. I hear there's a Final Fantasy orchestra coming to Orlando soon. Here, I'm just gonna bring my thermostat down. It's getting a little toasty. Shoot. I'd be down to see, like, Final Fantasy orchestra. Let's see. God of War has good music. Zelda would be fire. Sonic, banger. I mean, there's just good video game music out there in this world. Like, so I feel like some of the best composers of all time make video game music. Did you get much soldering done at the convention? No. And I think that's strictly because I didn't have a booth, but we have things in the works. Stay tuned, man. We got things in the works for next year. Watch the eyebrows. Watch the eyebrows, Core Slug. Watch the eyebrows. Assassin's Creed music's pretty decent. That's like my Millhouse impression. I don't know if you guys ever used the Millhouse from The Simpsons GIF. That's like one of my favorite GIFs. Or GIFs, depending on who you are. I think it's technically pronounced GIFs, but I call them GIFs because it's a G. But then again, the old form of Jeff, which was Jeff with a G, or like Godfrey or Jeffrey with a G. So, I don't know. I guess it could be either way. Oh yeah, so y'all actually playing Fortnite or what? Y'all clapping cheeks or getting cheeks clapped? Pause. Or did y'all decide to play something else? Stupid sticky thing. I don't want it to lose its tackiness. Yuzo Koshiro needs to do a music tour. Oh my gosh, Player One, you are so right. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Sega music, freaking Streets of Rage. Yes. Or ooh. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Mega Man. Mega Man X. Yes, sir. Mega Man needs a tour. I would pay top diddly dollar for that one. Yo, this bit is pissing me off, man. Yes, Mega Man. Like Mega Man 2 or like a medley. Incorporate Mega Man X, like the first one, in my opinion. That music is redonkulously good. Like it had no business being that good. It's that good. It's G Marino, the GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend. Madden? What you mean Madden? Stan, what do you mean Madden? Who's playing Madden? Oh, you're playing Madden. You're not playing Fortnite. Did you know Yuzo was at Limited Run store in NC not long ago? What? Dang it. Created a monster, and nobody wants to. Yeah, I remember that song. We used to sing it all the time on Xbox. Yo, come on, Nightbot. What did he do? Dang, it deleted his message. All he did was send laughing emojis. Yo, Nightbot, I'm gonna have to give him a spanking, yo. Put him in timeout. This guy's going a little too crazy, yo. People aren't even violating, but he's taking it as violation. I don't appreciate that, Nightbot. Sega, wow, they were so innovative. I miss them when they were so big. Yeah, Sega was definitely pushing the envelope the most out of any of them. They were definitely taking the most risks. Unfortunately, their risks didn't pay off financially, but I think socially, we all remember them for them. So I really do appreciate what Sega was doing back in the day. 1000%. Dreamcast having broadband support. The Nomad basically being the Switch before the Switch. The amount of expansion on the Genesis platform, or on the 16-bit platform, going from 32 with like the 32X, Sega CD. Mod ain't playing no games. Yeah, and that mod is a bot. He's super sensitive, man. He needs to go to like sensitivity training or something. Dang. PC principal over here. You know what? I'm feeling music change. How y'all feeling about a music change? Let's switch up the palette. I like this one. But I play it a lot. I mean, I could go for a Pulse, but I feel like that's too high energy. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. And Sega Saturn being the first $400 console. Yeah, they were definitely leading the pack in a lot of ways. In Japan, a lot of music designers had concerts. Many can be watched on YouTube now. Really, specifically for like video game composers? I think that's really cool. That's more mainstream in Japan. But yeah, Stan, how you doing, man? I'm gonna talk to you in a minute. LL Stan the man, LL. All right, let's route this these antenna wires. It was so expensive, I thought I would end with Gamecast, like Malibu Most Wanted movie. That's funny. Darn it. I forgot to take a picture for Instagram. Darn it. Ah. All right, let's write a note. So, let's see, HDMI port replaced. 72625 WPE JD. Falcom's oh man, Falcom music? Like Yeast music? That's cracked. That's busted tier music. That music, if you trying to go ham, honey baked ham in the gym, yeah, that's the tracks you play. Good, like guitar solos. Hey man, where's my Captain tape? What the heck? Where's my super suit? Oh, there it is. Alright, I found it. Where is my super suit? I don't remember any other line from The Incredibles except that one. That should tell you something. Let's see, what's an optimal position? I think this is too long. You know what? I need to play more Yeast game. You see, this is what I mean. Like, I want to start playing games too on like the days that I don't stream repairs. Repairs, electronics will still be the majority because you know that's more on brand. But I'm a gamer, man. I want to play games, and like, might as well play on stream, make it a shared experience. Why not? Like playing Bonanza and whatnot. Not gonna lie to y'all though, I might have to get rid of this self-imposed stipulation and just play it off stream, and then I'll start a file, like a stream file. And why did I do that? Might as well just leave it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. All right. All connections made. Let's continue onward. Drea, if you're still in chat, I would say probably in the next 15-20 minutes it should be ready. So if you guys want to start heading this way. Man, Yeast stream would be fun. Yeah, watching me get clapped out in Yeast. I think my reactions would make it worth it. Cause boy, I'll be getting salty. Yeah, that's the only movie Sammy Action didn't drop a mother F-bomb. Yeah, facts. He had to think about them kids. Think of the children. Do you like Nights into Dreams soundtrack, Jeff? The original Saturn one? You know what? I'm still here? Oh, really? Oh, you guys just waited in the car? Oh, my bad. Dang. Oh, you mean you're still in the stream? Okay, okay, okay. I get it now. I am close by. Alright, good, good, good. Cool, cool. Yeah, give me... I'm thinking like 4:35. If y'all want to like start heading back over here. Yes, Yeast is on. It's on YouTube. Nice. Yeah, the Yeast games, fire. Yoga Flame. Shoot, just for you, Player One, I did see a copy at Southeast Game Exchange of Revenge of Shinobi. I almost picked it up just on the basis that that's one of your favorite games, and it was for a decent price, like complete in box. But I wanted to make sure I got the version that you were telling me about, like the OG version with all the copyright infringements. That's what I want. I want true gaming history. Oh, and some Street Fighter 2. Yes. Yo, Capcom was in their bag back in the 80s and 90s. They were cooking with propane. Looking like King of the Hill. Look at that. Even gonna put the warranty sticker back. Looking better than factory. Oh no. Bam. It's like nobody was there. Oh yeah, Dre, good job on keeping your console clean. I don't know how recently you got it, but very good job. Because I've worked in some not so crispy consoles. Talking roach infested, super dusty, vape juice everywhere. So good job. I gotta give you credit where credit is due. This kind of sounds like Metroid 2 music, at least for that portion. Thank you. I take care of my stuff. Yeah, it shows. You know, it is kind of cool to work on people's stuff because you can tell who's faking jacks, aka who's faking or not. Like if they're really about that keeping my stuff crispy life. I never dropped a console before. Well, besides that one time. Hey. Mistakes happen. That's a good track record. Thankfully, I'm out here doing these services. Thankfully, and I appreciate that you called and so enthusiastic about getting this done. Okay, we got our pin cushion. Guessing it latches this way and then snaps. Okay. Mistakes were made. What is that? I forgot what game says that. Like if you kind of clap yourself out, it says that. I think it's either Destiny or Halo? I can't remember. It's been a while. All right. Timmy F. Failure. Okay. Let's make sure we get this snap. There we go. Nice. Oh, it's just a fan. It's bearings. Fan bearings. It's a book. just made a movie about it. And the latch system on these Slims is a little more finicky than the OGs, but once you get a hang of it, it's not so bad. Boom. Timmy failure. Gotcha. Mistakes were made. Gotcha. It's a book. Just made a movie. Nice. Alright, guys. I was sad. I was like, there goes my perfect no casualty streak. I hear you. It's like the first time I had to get surgery. I was like 26. I was like, dang, I'm not going to be OEM anymore. No more original equipment manufacturing going on. Alright. Guess what time it is, y'all? You know what? I'm gonna see about doing this, but I only know how to do it on the Twitch side. Let's see. Will it overheat? Oh, it's not so hard to do these. Man, I can do these more often and make people wager their come on. Yes. No. How do you make it where people have to wager? That'd be cool. Submission period? How long viewers have to guess? 30 seconds? Now let's do a minute. Yeah. I need to confirm the outcome within 24 hours. Okay. Darn it. I have a customer calling. Well, let's go on over and I'll get this thing plugged in. I'll have to get on a phone call. Sorry about that, y'all. One-man army around here. Alright. Okay, let's run our testing. Sorry. Funny enough, guess what that call was for? Can y'all guess? Guess what that person was calling about? Let's see, who's gonna guess first? Let's see. Oh man, I read the poll wrong. Alright, who's gonna guess first? I'm watching. Guess what this person called about? Alright, where's my test controller? Did I put it back? I did put it back. Dang, Joe's the winner. Ben said a job. That's funny. No. Joe won. It was about a PS5 HDMI port. And a lot of people are asking me for like quick turnaround. I'm like, well, I have a whole backlog. I can't just do quick turnaround. I think I have to like get through all my backlog and then make like a firm date when I start offering like more consistent expedited services, because it seems to be like, I don't know if it's like a monopoly or something, or there's nobody else doing this or whatever, but everybody seems to want to come my way, which not complaining about whatsoever. It's just it can potentially be a problem if I don't manage it well, because then it can ruin the reputation of the brand, if that makes sense. Because if I'm taking way longer than I gave an estimate for, that's not going to look good. You know, customers are more likely to get disgruntled. All right, let's go to quick play. All right, so we're in there like swimwear. Let's check Wi-Fi. All right, Wi-Fi's good. Bluetooth's good. Controller's working wirelessly. Let's tech disk drive. Let me get my test game that I always use, that I accidentally left in a customer's PS5 one time. Never doing that again. Andrea, as much as I appreciate your efforts, I'm not gonna try to give you a free copy of Spider-Man unless you already have it. Then it doesn't even matter. Broken HDMI, yep, HDMI repair. You guys had it. Well, that should make you feel better about all of that, Drea. Yeah, I'm super beyond happy with the service. I appreciate that. Thanks for the feedback. All right, so we have the game reading. I want to see it get to at least 2%, and then I'm going to eject the disk, and that should be that. What time is it? 4:30. Why is your clock wrong by 15 minutes? That's interesting. I've never seen that before. I guess because it's not on the network, so it's off by 15 minutes. I've never seen the clock actually be off by a few minutes, not hours. That's different. That's interesting. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and ejecto-cedo the disk and put it back in the case so I don't forget it. Alrighty. So there's that. Oh wait, actually, I do want to let a game just run until Drea swings back by. So I'm just gonna let it run Astro's Playroom. That should be intensive enough for the I already have Spider-Man, haha. Okay, well then you wouldn't have been benefiting from that. Alright, I'm just gonna let me get into like some point with like maybe water physics, because that's usually demanding on your processors. So let's get there. Start a new game. You didn't play Astro's Playroom? Oh wait, no, it's a quick play profile. I was about to say that game's a banger. I know you played it. I forgot that I was on a quick play profile, not the main profile of the console. Like, can I skip this stuff? No. Yeah. You know what? I should test this purple controller that I just worked on. I'm down the street now. Nice. All right, can I move on with it? I just want to get to a point where I can kind of test. I can probably feel for it now. Yeah. Okay, this is a good sign. I'm feeling hot air out of the back of the console. If you feel hot air, that typically means like the thermal solution is doing its job, right? Transferring the heat from the processor to the heatsink solution and then blowing it off. Yeah, actually, I can use this game to test that purple controller I just worked on. I'll do that maybe off stream. Or just return it to the customer, and if they let me know there's an issue, that's totally fine. I wish I could skip this. Alright. So the next thing that we have for today, let's see, it's already 4:32, 2 hours of streaming, is going to be that's another thing I've been kind of wanting to play, is like do a 100% playthrough of Astrobot, like the full game, not the Playroom. I feel like that would be cool to play on stream. I feel like it's a good game with like enough action and like fun to watch. If that makes sense. I promise. I'm playing for testing purposes. For testing purposes. I just want to get to a place with some water physics, but you can't skip any of this. I feel like Dre is gonna be here by the time I get there. It said pizza arrives, smoke bomb tossed behind me. I'm gone. Thanks for the stream, Jeff. Hey man, Joe, appreciate you stopping by. It was nice to have you here. I think this is the water level, like cooling, whatever. Yeah, cooling springs. There we go. Yeah, it's nice to have you with us, man. Enjoy thy pizza. Alright, she said she's here. See, I knew it. Right when I get to the water physics, she's gonna be here. Alright. Let me go ahead and power this thing off. But I'm definitely feeling heat out the back end, so I'm pretty sure it's fine. 1, 2. Okay, we're gonna get a full shutdown. And I will meet her at the front door. And actually, I need to... forgot to do that part. Let's see. More. Convert to invoice. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Here, I'll put the BRB overlay on while I go out there. Alright, sorry about that. Had to take care of some business stuff. Okay, alright, so that's taken care of. Oof. Oh no, people left. Oh, Ben left. Oh man. Well, Ben, if you're still here, nice that you joined the stream. Appreciate you being here. Now we're gonna get into a Xbox repair, HDMI port repair. Man, why is my service being so dumb? Oh man, that was cool. That was cool. It's always nice to have like customers watch the stream and like see what all is involved. I always think that's really cool. Yeah. Nice. Alright, cool. Alright, that one's done with. Now we can do this Xbox. Let's go back over to the overhead. Is the overhead like not aligned? No, it's aligned. It's aligned. Yeah. For the gram. Oh, I forgot to take a picture for the gram. My kryptonite. Taking pictures for the gram. Alright, so we have an Xbox. Dude, come on, I reminded you, man. Yeah, you're right. Alright. I did take a few. I think I have enough to be dangerous and make a post. Alright, so this Xbox was one that was previously worked on. However, by us, by the way, this is like the first time I think I've had a console come back. Maybe I just didn't apply enough heat or something. Yeah, you're right. I'll remember for this guy. Especially when it's like taking the component off and putting it back on. I think that's the cool part that people like to see, I think. Honestly, the PS5 compared to the Xbox is not that bad, because the Xbox does have less screws, but it's kind of like all over the place almost. Oh yeah, he wanted me to let him know. I will do that. I will keep my word and let him know. Alright, I did my part. Alright, let's get the fan assembly. Yo, let me turn on this fan, because good googly moogly. Thinking about selling my Xbox. What? Honestly, I ain't even mad at that, because I feel like once you get a PS3, there's like no point of having an Xbox. Yes, they have a bunch of games, but the quality of games not quite there. And it'd be even worse if you had a PC, because then you wouldn't want to keep either of them, because games are so cheap. PC, after the initial hump cost, most cost effective for sure. Yeah, I just don't touch it. Yep. Same. I haven't turned my Xbox on in like forever. There's literally nothing I want to play on there. And now that the Switch 2 is like relatively strong, any game that's like on all of them, I prefer to just play it on Switch 2. And as Brian says, might as well, Boswell. That's right. Might as well, Boswell. Like, might as well, but might as well, Boswell. Gotta translate for the non-family members. PSP is great, but the only thing I miss is physical media. Yes, that is the one drawback, is you don't really own what you buy or purchase or lease. I know they have to update the terminology. Man, what happened to this guy? It's just straight up detached. Yeah, I could feel it too. It's like straight up detached. Okay. Wow. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. Alright, let's see how fast I can take this thing apart. Here, let me not get my head in the way. Just rotate it. Only reason I consider keeping it is if I get back on Halo, but honestly don't see that happening. Yeah, and the new Halo game is gonna get announced in October, so it's gonna be a minute. So that's for me too, it's kinda like the only reason. And even then though, it's like, but if you play on PC, it's like cross-platform. At least that's how Infinite was. I don't know if they're gonna go back to it being a console exclusive to try to help with sales. Because Xbox hardware sales are not doing too great right now. That's what the hacking mod community is for, IMO. Yes. And even the modding and hacking community, they can like revitalize certain titles too, which is really cool. That's like one of the major highlights. Okay. Let's start removing some screws. The Rock first introduced me to Xbox in 2001. That's funny. I forgot he did that. Man was in his suit with his shades on. Rock's always been a character. Man, I do miss E3 a little bit. Now that you mentioned about the Rock one, I do miss how like certain games got introduced. I do miss the Reggie Fils-Aimé and Satoru Iwata era of Nintendo. It was just goated, man. I feel like gaming is too monetized now, so they treat it like hardcore business, and it takes the fun out of it. And you got T-Pain trying to do this global gaming league, which I get it, but all that's gonna do is bring people who are interested in profits into a space that we have seen time and time again. When you worry about profits, it doesn't really do well. Those were the years. Yeah, man. How you doing, Boba? Appreciate you this being your first time chatting. You get the complimentary wave when it's your first time chatting in this chat. Let's see, my dad asked, what unit is that you are working on? It is an Xbox Series X now. It came back to me. It's one I worked on, and it came back as a warranty repair. So, just trying to service the unit now. Yeah, the port seemed to have buckled off again. This took the fun out of the world of gaming, to be honest. It sure did, man. When these companies care about, like, stockholders than the gamers, that's what's gonna happen. Too much concern about the moolah, not about the gaming poolah. Do you see your signature, or did you check the serial number on the console? You know what? I didn't, and I don't think I left a signature on this one. So this is one of those ones where I'd like probably take an L for not doing that. This is one of those like blind faith ones. Maybe I wrote my name somewhere else that I'll get to see at some point. Really? What is wrong now? Mic sounds a bit far. Oh, sorry. Hey, Spec 360 was good. Extracted. See, I should have wrote my signature on here. Darn it. I just didn't for whatever reason. Hot. Do it now? Well, I kind of want to do it after the repair. But you know what? Why not? I could put something. Then I'll write the description after. I still think we're riding out the consequences. Private equity entering gaming during the COVID boom. It's an art, not a commodity, and the people... Oh, I do remember this strip screw. So yeah, it's definitely the one I worked on. I remember this strip screw. I remember that. It's an art, not a commodity, and the people in charge now don't get that. That's why the indie scene is still largely rocking. Yes, absolutely agree. The date too? Yeah, good point. Yeah, I think the big developers are gonna realize when they start losing money to indie developers that they need to make a change, which they're probably already noticing. That's why some of them are trying to do things in good faith. Like I think Resident Evil, they were considering the new one that's coming out, and I'm not even a Resident Evil player, but they were considering making that game like multiplayer or online only, and they chose not to because they realized the people did not want that, and it would cause more backlash. So they stopped. They actually took accountability and said, no, let's not go forward with something that's obviously not going to work. And so they didn't. And I think, and they're already getting goodwill from doing that. Yep, this was definitely a port I replaced. Because I know that that sticky was on there. Man, I guess I just didn't apply enough heat, maybe? But I tested the unit. I rewatched the video of me working on this particular Xbox, and everything seemed to follow suit, but I mean, you know what? It's my first warranty repair. I'm like, you know what? It's a good customer. It's okay. I don't think they're trying to like get one over on me. Now, if it comes back again, well, I'm gonna have to hit them with the sorry cuz. Especially now I'm gonna like really test it on stream. Just to make sure. And this has nothing to do about trust, it's just business. Any goofy, some people trying to make it emotional, it's like nothing to do with emotions, man. Straight business. Business is business. Bro, dang, that boy was dusty. It comes back again. Then you gotta get WolfPackElectronics dad involved up in here. I mean, a second pair of eyes wouldn't be bad. So yeah, I might have to. Might have to commission the big guns, you know? The OG, triple OG, OG, you know what I'm saying? Yep, the solder or thermal paste is still nice and good, man. Dang, sucks to have to redo this. Yeah, literally just like disconnected. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Here, we're gonna inspect this under the microscope and see what we can learn from it. First things first, I'm going to clean off the old thermal paste so I don't have to worry about it. Keeping electronics alive? Yeah, man. Shoot, he's not only just keeping electronics alive. This guy retired, and what did he do in his retirement? This man bought a quick jack, and now he's doing like car jobs for people. Talking like brake swaps, rotor swaps, oil changes. I'm like, I mean, that's not a bad life. We get a few gigs, get some extra cash. Why not? I mean, that's probably what I'd be doing in retirement. I know for dang sure I can't just sit there. Even paradise can become hell after a while. The amount of boredom. Alright, let's inspect this HDMI port. Yeah, like every pin just like straight up disconnected. That's weird. I've never seen that happen. It's like it just wasn't enough solder in the anchor points. Well, let me get that in frame. Let me zoom out. Jeez. Like, super zoomed in. I want to show you guys. Alright, you guys see how this thing is moving like that? Should not be doing that. I'm thinking there just wasn't enough solder in these back anchors, and with enough force it just caused it to kind of pop off. Okay, let me get my hot air station going. Okay, that's cool. Feeding the microscope into the stream is cool AF. Oh yeah, man. You came in at a good time. Now we can look at stuff up close and personnel. You know what I mean? Authorized personnel only. No Diddy. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. That's what Diddy said. Pause. Alright. Alright, let's get some more zoom. Let's get some more focus. Going a little too far. Alright, there we go. Yeah, definitely need to reflow this, and definitely need to add solder to these anchor points, especially the ones in the back. Okay. It's interesting. Okay, let me add this. I almost wish I had an ESD bag. It's okay. It won't stick to the silicone. Dang, it beat me to it. That's right. I'm the king of the diddlers. Pause. Alright, so first things first, let's really get some heat in those anchor points. And really get those locked in. Because I want to tackle that issue first. And then we can tackle the issue about the 19 pins for the HDMI port. So what I'm going to need to do is find a way to apply pressure. Maybe some clamping force. I might use the Omnivice for this. So if I do that, I may not be able to use the microscope clamp. It'll be a little too high. So let's go ahead and do that. Clamp the HDMI port. And the Omnivice. Probably have to find a way to support it too. Now it's gonna kick it out. That's a problem. Alright, maybe I can just use my finger. Let's get some flux on there. I put the dirtiest PS3 in the world in the Discord. Oh snap. Remember when you first turned it on and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can smell that this PS3 came from a smoker's home. It's like you can smell it like almost immediately. And I was like, what is that smell? Because, you know, he got it at the convention and then we all wanted to play at the, in the hotel room. So I'm applying pressure on the underside with my finger, and at the same time, you know, holding the soldering iron for a while, so that way we can get some real liquidiness. Well, yes, also bad. I have a mask on. Oh snap! Yeah, there definitely wasn't enough solder in these anchors, in the anchor points. Okay. So, I'm glad I'm doing this because then I can learn and not make the same mistake in the future. Because that's one thing I do not want to deal with is warranty repairs. Not because, like, it's the end of the world, but it's a loss basically, financially or from a business perspective. Whew. Good thing I'm wearing gloves because my fingertips would be burnt right now. Having to apply pressure while trying to hold this thing down. Alright, let me add more solder to all the points and then make it easier for me. So first things first, I'm going to tackle the anchors and then I'm going to reflow the 19 pins for the actual data and ground lines. Okay, anchor points far more solid now. Far more solid. And I'm going to sacrifice my finger to make sure that they are extremely solid. So I'm applying a good amount of pressure on the top side of the HDMI port. While this thing is heating up the ground points, which is heating up my finger. But I have a glove on. Shout out to the gloves out there. You know what? I might apply heat on the other side of the anchor points. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because the heat, the solder's not wicking all the way through, and that's what's making a weak anchor. You know, this I could probably show you guys on the microscope cam. That way you guys can see what I'm doing. So here's one anchor point. Add some fluxy, some of that booger goop. We're gonna tell this anchor to go flux itself. Sorry, mildly inappropriate, not really, but you know, trying to be family friendly soldering here, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's add solder to this anchor point. See if I can transfer enough heat in order to do this successfully. So what exactly happened? I think there was not enough, in my observation, I think there was not enough heat, or excuse me, not enough solder for the anchor points, so they weren't doing their job of strain relieving, and so the anchor points detach, thus making the pins detach. This would have been caused by basically when I originally installed this, I did not apply enough solder to the anchor points, or at the very least make sure it flowed all the way through the anchor point to make a good solder connection. So this one I would concede was my doing due to lack of negligence. Sure, was the connection tested and I did it and everything worked out fine? Yes, but at the same time, it could have had more rigidity or strain relief. So I'm glad we have this to learn from, so something like this never happens again. So I'm holding heat here on the anchor point to make sure that the solder is truly melting all the way through the through hole, so that way we get a good solid anchor point. Oh, sorry, not in frame. There we go. But shop class in middle school. I'm kind of glad they even taught us that. Oh, that's sick. I wish we had soldering in like a shop class. I don't think we had that. See, like, even then, that's not really a good solder joint. It's hard to get the whole thing hot enough to flow through. I think the only way to really truly get this thing hot enough is to flow with hot air, which I may end up needing to do. But I'm glad I'm adding solder now. Let's get this anchor in frame right there. Add some flux. Too high. Alright, let's use hot air. Are you too proud to take advice? No, not at all. Never. That's how you lose. Alright, I think I'm going to try hot air. Let me tape this off because this ESD chip worries me. You need to hold the hot air on it while you're putting solder with iron. Yeah, that's what I was. I think you're right there. I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Thank you for sharing that, Dave. Still at it, Jeff? Yeah, man. After this, though, I think I'm calling it for the day. I want to protect this ESD IC from too much heat. Hot air. But Dave's right. I think ultimately what's happening and why this occurred is because there's just not enough heat. My soldering iron can't source enough heat to heat that section of the board up enough to allow for proper flow. So I think the combination of hot air and the soldering iron will do it. I hold heat on from start to end. So I use knee clamp. Makes everything. Makes everyone. So let me have at this. Alright, we're going to attempt hot air and soldering iron. Jeff, great stream. I have to run to town. I'll talk to you later. Hey, Gote. Always nice to have you in here, man. Hope you got that PS3 all cleaned up. Are you too proud to take clothing apparel advice, specifically socks, preferably socks? Yes, I'm too proud to take apparel advice from you, Juan. No, I'm playing. I mean, I'm pretty dripped out sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I got the fits, you know what I mean? I hope so. Alright. How do I want to do this? Left hand. Let me add flux now. And then I'm going to use my left hand with hot air. And then my right hand with the soldering iron. Because I'm right-handed. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it. Fan for a little bit. Yeah, beep, beep, beep. Yeah, just like that. The soldering on the anchors is flowing the solder on the anchors is flowing quite nicely when I'm applying heat from both sides. It's basically like preheating your PCB, which is a technique used when a PCB has a lot of copper and it can take a lot of heat. But just like that, all the anchors are taken care of. Okay, new skill acquired. It's like I just got the Varia suit or the mirror shield. Thanks, Dave. Never too proud to take advice. Oh, wait, no. No, don't lift out. Stay in. Okay. That thing is so thick. Oh, yeah. This thing has a lot of copper. Inspect. Yes, solder did flow all the way through. Now I just need to touch up the 19 solder joints for the data connections, which I will do by hand. Oh no, don't tell me this thing lifted. So did lift a little. I mean, no, it needs to lay flat. Okay. Let me see if I can find a way to clamp this. I didn't have my pliers with me when I was doing this. Oh, let me go to the overhead cam. I'm just applying heat from the underside, very similar to when I'm doing like a PS5 HDMI port replacement. I think when I was touching it up with the soldering iron, it like lifted a little out of the just working on Rochi's power supply. Hold it. Hold it. Alright, let's inspect. How's it blowing up? Do you do you be you. Let's just work on virtual. Someone on here been to San Diego Comic-Con ever? That sounds like a fun time. But no, never been. Alright, let's go back over to microscope channel. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Oh yeah, that's looking. Oh, hold on, sorry. It's looking good. Alright, I'm gonna come through and just touch it up manually just to triple check that all these connections are good. So come through with my conical tip because that's the best thing I have for this right now. Alright, cool. I have a question for you. Hey, it's Yank! Where have you been at, man? Haven't seen you in a little minute, Mr. Punisher. What is thy question? I have a PS4 that needs a new wireless board soldered on. Oh yeah, I think you mentioned this to me before. Alright, we have 2 more pins left to manually reflow. What's that? Let's see who's calling. Hello? my gosh, yes. You're totally right.
Well, I can't come back from being too. Is there a way that I just screw in this?
You may. Well, folks, newsflash, I'm not perfect. I forgot some screws on Andrea's PS5, which is crazy. But yeah, I told her not to worry about it. She doesn't live too far from here. I'm gonna bring my toolkit, and she's willing to have me go over there and just knock it out for her. Cursing somebody out. Go ahead, Jeff. You tell them. Nah. I was taking. Thankfully, she was real nice about it. But yeah, that's a mistake on my end. Check Discord. Neither am I. Wait, what's on Discord? Hold on, let me check Discord. Now Dave's cussing me out on Discord. Oh no. Dave, don't do it. Don't do it. Oops. Yep. That was definitely an oopsies. It's definitely an oopsie. Upgrade ring light, tripod, iPhone. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you definitely got me. I went back and caught it. Yeah. She was right. And I mean, I see the screws here. It was for the fan screws. I don't know how I missed that, but I will definitely be doing a house call today, an unexpected house call. And I was heading that way anyway, so it's not too bad. Thankfully, she doesn't live like far, so I gotta find a way to be more consistent about that. I don't want to like have that be a reputation of mine. I don't like that. That sucks, but it happens. Yeah, you know, and I'm just grateful that she was super chill about it. You know what I mean? I will let you do a video if you want on it. I will pay you for the work. Oh yeah, sorry Yank. I know you were asking about that PS4. Is that a BGA component, Yank? I'm assuming it's like that BGA Wi-Fi card. I think I have my vendor does source that component, so I think I can get it for a solid price. Nobody's perfect. It's more about how you deal with those mistakes when you make them. Facts. Sorry, Falcon Lol, for being so bad at the game. Uh-oh. Somebody didn't get a victory royale. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that would be awesome, man. That'd be like a mini collab among us repair YouTubers. I'm down. It's the gold chip on the backside of the board. Okay. Might have to bust out the preheater. Alright, let's inspect and hurry up and get this reassembled and tested, so that way I can make sure Andrea doesn't go Super Saiyan. That's looking scrumptious. That is looking scrumptious. Alright, let's get that in focus. But you're right, it's not necessarily about making the mistake, it's how you deal with it, you know? I think that's what separates good companies from bad companies, is accountability. Another one to sub to. Welcome! Welcome to the pack! Welcome to the party! Okay. Alright. Like for cars, and you know it will be empty when you're done. Yeah, I think you're right. I think what happened is I have too many screws on this mat here. I need to go through and get rid of ones from jobs that were like no fixes, or jobs where I used parts modules, so I just didn't reassemble them because it was for parts. Either way, I am very thankful that she was not like completely irate or anything. Later, Andy? Oh, see you, Andy. It's nice to have you here, man. See out, leader. Alright. Let's get this thing reassembled and tested. Is he our leader? Wait, who's our leader? Who is our fearless leader? Oh no. Darn it. Hey, when thermal paste gets on there. Alright, nice. It cleaned up easily. She better than me. Let you mess up with my repair and it's on like Donkey Kong. I don't know karate, but I know karate. Man, I haven't heard that in so long. And you know what's crazy? I'll just be like, yeah, you're right. I've heard one way to like diffuse people is if you genuinely messed up, right? You genuinely messed up. You know you messed up. It's just don't double down and say you didn't mess up, because that's just gonna piss people off more. Just say, you're right, I messed up. What can I do to fix it? Move on. Instead of sitting there being like, oh no, I didn't. The screws magically grew legs and they decided they didn't want to be in the PS5 and I'm trying to be real inclusive. I didn't want to force anything upon the screws. You know, the screws have a choice. Their screw, their choice. Their hole, their choice. I didn't want to impose on the screws. You know what I mean? Like, instead of like doubling down on some BS, just own it and move on. It's a lot quicker. I ain't got time to waste going back and forth about something dumb when I clearly messed up. We're not playing these games. I don't got time for it, that's for sure. Oh, my hand. My hand was cramping, going in the glove. But seriously, accountability is a rare thing. Must respect Jeff for taking it seriously. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate that, man. I'm out here trying. Plus, if my mom was around and saw me doing that, yeah, she'd probably smack me. So, yeah. Just raised that way, I guess. Alright, we got a nice bead of thermal paste. Nice bead. Or my dad would smack me, that too. I learned that from Adam Ant. Dang! The Adam Ant reference is crazy. That boy was built like some popsicles. That boy was built like a double popsicle stuck together, man. He was all upper body, no legs. That man hit the gym all chest, no legs. Okay. Let's go ahead and place this down. Nice. Alright, let's hurry up and reassemble it. He is a stick figure. Boy, this is what I mean, alright? I'm about to show y'all Adam Ant real quick. I remember the first time my dad told me about Adam Ant, because he was telling us about like the cartoons he used to watch back in the day. There's Adam Ant, and then I'm gonna show you Adam Ant's rival, his main competition. I got y'all. Alright, y'all ready? Y'all ready to see Adam Ant's biggest op? Yo, I'm stupid, bro. I already know I'm dumb for doing this, but alright. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Alright, here's Adam Ant. Look at Adam Ant. You see this guy? Look at him. Look at them legs. No legs. Okay. His biggest op. Look at Adam Ant's biggest op right here. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this man's built like a double popsicle. He's built like a twin pop. Ah, oh my goodness. Yo, whoever designed Adam Ant, boy, he was making a statement, man. He said, I'm going to the gym, all chest, no legs, bro. We ain't touching legs. Leg press, get that out of here. Squats, get that out of here. RDLs, get that out of there too. Alright. Let me stop being stupid. Let me finish this thing. Ah. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, let me turn this fan on down here because it's really toasty. Oh yeah, X clamp. Let's do our X clamp. Popsicle wolf. Don't forget your ribbon cable. This one? You got it? Alright. Thanks, Dave. At Squish, you seen me forget screws or try to break it off? Excuse me. Or both. Time is it? 5:41? Yeah. Yeah, super solid now. So going forward, whenever I work on these Xboxes, I just need to be mindful of the anchor pass-throughs, through holes, make sure I'm getting enough solder. And now that Dave put me on game with the use hot air and an iron method, I think we'll be golden. To work on skinning the PS4. I was shocked it was in great shape besides the bad wireless. Yeah, it's a good idea, dude. Yeah. If it can't survive me, it will come back. If it can't survive me, it will come back. I've seen you fear it, too. No, I see you try and break the port to see if it's strong. That's a good way to put it. Can you imagine kicking through the door during your stream, popping off, or missing screws, Jeff? Would go Cat Williams like Viperman, share, like, and subscribe immediately. I mean, I can see that if someone's disgruntled enough. But I'll just say I live in Florida. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, it will not connect or no Wi-Fi. But no, like I said, I'm just very appreciative of how she showed grace, you know? Sometimes people don't do that these days. It's a controller chip for the wireless and Bluetooth, yeah. Controller chip, live in Florida, what does that mean? Gators ain't no joke? Exactly. It'd be like that episode of Atlanta. I have a pet alligator waiting for him. Controller flat out will not pair at all. What happened? What did I miss? Oh, I forgot some screws. The fan screws for that PS5 I was working on, and the customer called, but she was nice about it. So, I was just giving her props. The gator that bit off Chubb's hand from Happy Gilmore? Exactly. He's in my backyard right now. That card, that, these screws. I don't do micro soldering. Yeah. So we need a black screw here, and the rest of the long ones. In heaven at the end of the movie? Yeah, that wasn't the gator. If I had the gear, I would, but he's the pro here. Oh man, I appreciate that. Another movie, yes. No work, nope. Chip is toast. It may work if it's reflowed, but I'd rather replace it. Yeah, I can see that. Energy drinks? Not really. I mean, the only thing I would have that'd be something like that is that caffeine gum. I don't know if you heard of it, Neuro. All right, see you when you get back, Yank. It's like Neuro. I know it was promoted by like Joe Rogan or something. They always say that. That's like their claim to fame. It's like Joe Rogan chews our gum. But that's kind of it. But yeah, I don't really take anything, I guess. Endurance Center really helps, that's true. They got sued and never removed it. And they have some that are like not super strong, it's like 40 milligrams of caffeine, so it's like nothing crazy, which is nice. Back, nice. And at times I sell them too. Nice. Okay, proceeds to St. Jude's. Dang. That's what's up. They do everything a PS4 does. From what I understand, yeah. It's probably like only 99% compatible. It's probably like a few niche games that aren't compatible with it. I don't like the PS5. Like, aesthetically? I like the 4 better for looks. Gotcha. Even if you change, like, the console skins? Let's get this last antenna card in. get PS4. Love the look of the PS4 Pro. Yeah. Okay. Looking good. Let me set these aside now, so I need to bring these with me. Poor fan screws. Man, I can't believe I made that mistake, man. That's so annoying. I'm gonna be like thinking of hyper fixating on it for a little while. Let's not forget the silicone strap. Skin it. Excuse me. Makes you think you forgot other stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm like extra looking around, making sure I'm not forgetting anything. It's got me on edge. It's got me tilted. It's the drop in serotonin, I guess. But I did not see that. Oh, appreciate it. I guess I hide it well. Who's your favorite quarterback? If I watch football, I'd be able to tell you. But I can't say I have a favorite. There's just ones I know and then ones I don't know. So like Dan Marino, Manning, Brees. I think that's about my extent. Joe Montana. Interesting. I don't think I recognize that one. Jerry Rice as his WR, wide receiver. Gotcha. Just saying, Dan Marino threw interceptions all the time. Alright, let's get this latch closed. Alright, at this point, let's go ahead and test. Oh yeah, that thing is extra solid. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, what are the bets? Next, bottom plate? Definitely need to clean and repaste my PS4 Pro. Alright guys, let's see. Guys and gals. Power is in. HDMI cable is in. Power button has been pressed. Let's see, what input is it on? It's on AV. Alright. Picture has been restored. Cool. That is good. That is good. Let me just take a pic for the gram. Read my pep talk. Dang it. He threw the ball because that was his job. Get over it. That was your pep talk? Alright. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Alright, let me message joining. Okay. Again. Possible. Alright, so got this guy working. Let me run through some tests like Wi-Fi, wireless controller connectivity, and I keep getting Xbox Fridge on my marketplace. I need a USB A to C. Alright, let's skip sign in. Oh, they moved the chair. Alright, so first things first, let's check Wi-Fi. Alright, Wi-Fi is good. Let's check wireless controller support. Is good. And then last but not least, we're gonna test the disk drive, which there it is. My One Piece Odyssey, an Xbox Series X exclusive. Wait, was there a disc in here already? Oh, there was a disc in here already. Well, let's put that back. Do not want to forget that. And then we'll try to run the game off the disc for a little bit. Fan is all spooled up. Alright, cool. Game auto boots. Tested. Good. That's enough of a preliminary test. Excuse me. Alright, next, let me get a little baguito that I can bring with me, as well as my screwdriver set, because I'm going to have to be paying Miss Andrea a visit. It's gonna take all of like 2 minutes. So frustrating. You can't just skip one. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn this guy off. Alright, so testing is complete on the Xbox front, so I'm glad that one was completed. If this was Europe, it would be FIFA that flopped up. Oh yeah, I feel like Europe is the staple out there. You repaired the Xbox fridge too? I keep getting it, so it's fridge on my marketplace. With the same electric surfboard motherboard on the floor? Dang. Oh yeah! The only reason is that I still have it, because I ran through the testing, right? And the testing was successful. It works now. The only thing is I want to double check the seals so that water doesn't breach the unit. So, thanks Yank, I appreciate that. Thank you, man, I appreciate it. Of course. I want to do some like water testing, some water breach testing, or gasket seal testing, I guess you can say. So I did get that Maxima grease on order that Yank told me about, that he mentioned. Oh man, so we got that coming. And then beyond the Maxima grease, I want to double check all the fittings to make sure everything's good. And then we need to do final assembly of this this Xbox. And then I think we're gonna call it for a day. It's not a bad day, pretty productive. Alright, it's good stuff. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Of course, you are welcome. Thank you for your patience. Alright, let's get this guy fully assembled. It's just this back plate and then a couple screws. And then the concealer sticker at the bottom. Actually, I'm not an Orlando Magic fan. It's just, I forgot how I got that bag. I feel like I got it for free or something. I volunteered with this one company, and as like a thank you, we had free tickets to a Magic game. It's like a local nonprofit company that I volunteered for, and so that was one of the thank you rewards. Yeah, if I was gonna be a fan of any team, it's probably gonna be Heat. Not gonna lie, Heat is probably on there, and then I'm more of a player fan than team fan, if that makes sense. Good stuff. I put it around any other ports too that have cons to outside. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. This Xbox is good to go. Port is super solid. Trying to think if maybe while I'm out and about, I could probably drop this Xbox off too. Let me contact the customer and see if he is available for that. Because I know he was really excited to play a Ready or Not game or something like that. So I want to at least give him the option if he's available for it. Where is my other glove? I done lost it. Oh, there it is. It's right here. Alright, so I'm gonna bring my gloves, my toolkit, and let me put these in a bag. And I'm doing this on stream on purpose so you guys see that I'm being accountable and getting. Where did I put? I had like a whole bunch of Ziploc bags. And I know I put them somewhere. Oh, here they are. Okay. I was about to say, I just had them because these are the Ziploc bags that I brought with me to South Carolina that I put my vinyl stickers in. check the pantry. Actually, that is where I keep all my Ziploc bags. Funny enough, that's where all my Ziploc bags are. Put this here. So the screws are in here. Gloves are here, and I have my case that I will put these in. So, all right, let's get the Xbox in the bag, and then I'll bring my case in here, and then I'm gonna put the screws and tools in that bag. All right, let's go to the Just Chatting cam. And we have case, gloves, screws, check. That's everything I need in the case. I will bring the case with me. Alrighty. What a day of festivities. What time is it? 6. Been streaming for about 4 hours. Yep, feels about right. Alright. I know, man, I know. Oh, you've probably seen me go get a Ziploc bag from there before, that's why. Alright, nice. So what did we learn today? Own your mistakes. That's what we learned today. What else did we learn today? Double check your screws. The other thing we learned today, the third thing. Listen to Dave. That's the third thing. I have a port tomorrow. Oh, nice. Listen to Dave. If Dave tells you to take a pic for the gram, no, that's Juan. If Juan tells you to take a pic for the gram, take a pic for the gram. Let's see, what else did we learn today? There's still benevolence in the world. Some people aren't just butts to be butts, so that's nice. Shout out to Drea for being in the stream 1, and 2, being gracious about the mishap with the missing screws. Let's see. Anything else? What else did we learn today? That I have a great PS4 except for its card. Yes, we've learned that Yank is the king chief of custom PS4s, but his PS4 has a Wi-Fi card that is no worky. We learned that today. Except I have hair, no offense. What? This man's bringing up the hair card. Alright, let's see. Trying to think, what else did we learn today? Mistakes happen. As Boba said, it's not about the mistakes happening, it's ultimately about how you deal with them. So, always try to be accountable. Just own your mistakes. It's a lot quicker that way. I had hair once. I have hair elsewhere. So, as happens. Facts. That is the biggest truism. That is the biggest of truisms. Big facts. Fax machine in the chat. I hate, man. It's glossy, man. It's shiny. I know this light is making that junk sheen, and I've been exfoliating lately, so that's probably why it's extra shiny. It's like I buffed it, man. Alright, always tell a customer what can I do to make it right. Facts. And apologize. Yep. Well, let me not make her wait any longer, because she's like a true gamer. She's like waiting to play. So, guys, thank you for tuning in as always. I always appreciate you guys coming out on Saturdays, man. It always makes it fun and enjoyable. It makes powering through the orders, work orders, that much more enjoyable. And I love seeing the familiar people like Juan, Yank, Dave, Chlor Slug, and then like the whole crew of the Discord comes through. It's like a cavalry. It's kind of cool. I will call in about an hour, brother. Okay. Yeah. Wait, call in like the business line? Just so I know. Swindlers? Oh, that's what we call them? The cavalry is now swindlers. Great stream, Jeff. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks, Chlor Slug. See ya. Okay. I'll be expecting your call, Yank. What else? No, that's it. I think that's it. Keep glossy, Jeff. Peace, my guy. Stay safe. Keep Keep it glossy. That should be the next one. Instead of keep it frosty or stay frosty, stay glossy. I like that. Hey, Coro, where are we going now? Oh, Fortnite? Maybe? Maybe? Fortnite? Heading to Sid? Okay. Yeah, show them some support. Alright. Let me go. Let me go. I gotta contact the owner of this Xbox, see if he's available. Because I'm gonna be out and about. Might as well just drop it off. And then, I definitely gotta see Andrea before she goes Super Saiyan. So, times Kaioken, times 8 gates. Broccoli. But alright, everybody. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it as always. And I will check you. Or, not check you guys. I will see you guys next time. Peace.